I want everyone to close their eyes and reflect. I want you to reflect on your childhood, big decisions your parents made, big decisions you made. Think about how you grew up. I want you to keep your eyes closed, and if this statement applies to you, raise your hand. Who grew up in poverty? Who grew up with only one parent? Whose parents divorced? Whose parents were never home because they were always working? Who feels they were behind in school? Who felt lost in school? Open your eyes. 30 million words. Say it. 30 million words. Say it again. 30 million words. See, you're saying it, but I don't think you realize how big of a number that is. 30 million words. The 30 million word gap was a study done in the 90s that stated by 3 years of age there is a 30 million word gap between children from the wealthiest and poorest families. According to an article titled Let's Stop Talking About the 30 Million Word Gap, since 1992, this finding has had unusual power and has shaped the way parents, educators, and policymakers think. However, there are multiple issues with this study. From an article from Purdue University titled, Do Some Children Really Hear 30 Million More Words Than Others? It states that the number itself doesn't matter. What the parents do with their children does matter. Think about the question I asked. Who grew up in poverty? I personally grew up in and out of poverty growing up. However, that never stopped my parents from educating us. Every weekend we would go to the library and get books. And when I did start school, I was very ahead of my classmates, about 30 million words ahead. Does this not go against the study? Who only had one parent growing up? Does that not affect the study? An article titled Understanding the 30 Million Word Gap states they went to homes in Kansas of various levels of wealth. Nowhere in the study does it state the parents' education, their backgrounds, their jobs. For all we know, their parents could be educators, but are just impoverished because we all know teachers aren't paid enough. Does that not affect the findings? I want you to close your eyes again and think of where you are and what led to you being where you are. Being here in a college, that is not easy. Whether you're an early college student or a regular student, being here is an amazing accomplishment. No 30 million words affect that.